Hey BoLS fans, AdamHarry back in with another BoLS unboxing. Today we have the Star Wars X-Wing brand new starter set for the Star Wars Force Awakens stuff. So yes, this is the starter set for X-Wing. This is brand new, just out. September the 4th was Force Day, I believe, for many of the stores at Target. We stayed up super late, got the box, here to show off for you guys, ready to go right now. We already have the plastic wrap off, so we're going to jump right on in. So this is for the Force Awakens, the new movie coming out. As you can see here, brand new X-Wing, I believe the T-70, and the new new ties as well. So there's the front of the box. Here's what that looks like. Let's take a look at the back of the box now. You can see brand new art. Everything's been changed around. Same basic idea again from Disney and FFG. So you know Disney's marketing is behind this. So it's a great idea though, because if you want to get an X-Wing, if you can pick up both box sets, that's a great starting point for X-Wing. So let's jump on in. Alright, 2 box sets and new ships all around. Alright, we've got all the dials. We got those. I'll lay those out here. We got new asteroids, new tokens, 4 speed. There's all the other speed stuff. We've seen most of the stuff. Very similar, slightly different. There's the FFG catalog, which is cool. It's fun to flip through those. We have the new rule books and reference sheet, mission guide there, and we've got more stuff here. Learn to play rules, dice with the little token, or for the dials. Damage deck looks like, and then also some upgrades. We've got the new symbol for the, I don't know what they're called, the Empire, but they're not the Empire, they're something new. And then the new Resistance guys here, so Rebel. And then of course the new ships, and we'll get to these here shortly, and the same old range dial, red and green. Alright, cool. Let me pause, I'm going to clean all this stuff up, and then we'll take a deep dive through it all. Alright, I got everything unboxed, but we're going to start with the ships, because I know that's what everybody wants to see, because I do too. So first off, we've got the new T-70 X-Wing. These are for the new movie. Obviously, you can see here, repainted. They do not have the same exact paint scheme. The engines are definitely different. As you see, I'm sure you've seen in the trailers and stuff. Most of the Star Wars fans have seen this. The engines are different. The S-foils, you know, the wings, they actually do... they do come all the way down there, and the engine blocks are basically 2 halves. They are slightly larger engines compared to the old X-Wings, and that kind of represents some of the new horsepower maneuverability of these bad boys. They actually do have a boost action, which we'll look at the card here in a second, but it's a new design on a classic, the X-Wing, as you can see there, underside. They still look awesome. I mean, this is one of the ships that, just iconic Star Wars ship, so really cool there. The biggest change up to me though is these new ties. I mean, they repaints obviously, but these are the first order ties. They are repainted TIE Fighters. I don't know why these solar panels are white now, but whatever. They look pretty cool with the black and the white. So as you can see, there's the back engine and stuff like that, the ion engine, and just they look really cool. I don't know why, but the black and the white just looks really sleek. The cockpit's got kind of a brownish red tint to it, and then the I guess the little lasers up front are the 2 yellow dots there. So they look really cool. I really like the new ship design, so pretty stoked about that. Let's go ahead and pull back here, take a look at everything. It's a ton of stuff in the starter box. It's you know, as much stuff as the previous starter box for sure, and then some. So next I'm going to go over the cards. We'll just jump right into that. I know everybody's excited about those, so we'll take a look at the T-70 first. So we have 4 X-Wing cards you see here. We've got the new hero apparently from the movie, Poe Dameron. So you can see him in the top corner. Kind of move these around here a bit for you. He's pretty cool. He's the elite pilot, the 8 pilot skill guy. We've got a couple of ace pilots here. So the Red Squadron vet, he's PS4, and then of course the blue ace here, he is PS5. As you can see, the X-Wing is 3 damage, pretty solid there, 2 agility, 3 shields, 3 hull, so no surprise there, 3 hull, 3 shields. As far as what they have on the stat-wise or action bar, they've got the focus, they've got a target lock, and they have boost, which is pretty awesome for an X-Wing. And they also have some new boost stuff too. There's a new boost maneuver. They have the new icons too, so they've got the elite pilot skill, which we've seen before. They've got torpedoes, they've got astromech droid, and the new tech icon, which we'll take a look at here in a second as well. So the new stuff there for the new T-70 X-Wing. So pretty cool. As far as abilities, the Red Squad Vet, basically he's got the elite access to elite pilot skill, which is pretty nice, and he's pilot skill 4, so he's pretty cool. The basic Blue Squadron Novice, nothing too fancy, but he's 24 points, so fairly cheap, but ready to rock. The other two guys, the more elite pilots, the Blue Ace 5 here, he is a unique guy, so you can only have one of those in a list. But he's pretty cool. When performing a boost action, you can use the 1 hard turn or right or left template, which is pretty good. Normally you have to use the bank, but he gets to use a hard turn, so whenever he boosts. So that's what I was talking about, being able to boost. He's just way more squirrely, and I mean, when you boost, it's basically a 90-degree turn. So or when you use the 1 turn, so he can whip right around and get people in a firing arc. So that's pretty cool. And then Poe here, he's pretty cool too. When attacking or defending, if you have a focus token, you may change one of your focus results to a hit or evade. That means you don't actually spend the token. If you just have the token, he can flip 1 automatically. So that's kind of cool. It pairs well with target lock. If you have a focus, you can flip 1. You target lock to reroll the other ones. So and then maybe if you get a focus again, you can spend the focus that time to flip it. And because he's a pilot skill 8, he's probably going to be shooting early in the combat phase, and you can hang on to that focus to also use it in the subsequent rounds when you're getting shot at. So he's also fairly squirrely. So a pretty cool guy there. We'll take a look at the ties. There's quite a few ties. We've got, first off, the Epsilon Squadron Pilot. You get 2 of each of these cards. So there's the 2 Epsilon Squadron Pilot first order guys. So 2 damage, 3 agility, 3 hull, and check that out, TIE Fighter fans. That's 1 shield. Your ties now have a shield. Woo! And they have the new tech upgrade as well. These guys are fairly squirrely. As you see here, focus, target lock, barrel roll, and evade. So they may not have the boost, but they have the barrel roll and the evade. So they're pretty nice. So for a 1.15 pointer, sure to see some swarms of those guys for sure. Alright, we have the Zeta Squadron pilots, which are 1 point more than their Epsilon fighter brothers, but they have pilot skill 3. They also have the new icon. I want to point that out too. That's the first order icon. So that's the new Imperial first order guys. Pretty cool. And then I forgot to mention that too. The Rebels have the new Resistance icon. So kind of inverted colors from the old ones. So as far as these guys go, same stats, same access to tech, same action bar and everything like that. Just 1 point more. You get 2 more pilot skill, so they're no longer going to get picked off to Predator. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have the Omega Squadron pilots. 2 of these bad boys. They're 17 pointers. Same stat bar and everything like that. They have access to the elite pilot skills you see there, and also the tech upgrade for 17 points and pilot skill 4. That's not a bad deal. That's only paying 2 points more, slightly higher pilot skill, which is always a 4 to 3 is a 1 to 4 is a pretty good jump, and then access to an elite pilot skill. So that could be pretty useful, if you want your TIE swarms to have a wing leader, as it were. Next up, these 3 cards coming up next, they only have 1 of each, so I'm just going to show them all off here. So we've got the Zeta Ace, which is a pilot skill 5 guy. You've got same deal with the elite pilot and the tech upgrade, same stat bar and all that stuff. Pilot skill 5, pretty good there. His special ability, however, when performing a barrel roll, you can use the 2 template instead of the 1. So you have a much longer barrel. It's more like a flip. So that's really cool. So you can get, again, fairly squirrely. And then the extra shield is always awesome. So he's got the tech upgrade. It's going to lead some hijinks there for sure. And the elite pilot skill. Next up, Epsilon leader. He does not have the elite pilot skill. Same action bar, everything like that. 19 points. He is pilot skill 6 though, And his special ability, at the start of the combat phase, remove 1 stress token from each friendly ship at range 1. That's right, folks. Each friendly ship at range 1. That's pretty good. If you can hide him in the pack somewhere, somebody's generating a bunch of stress, hide him in there, have him just grab a bunch. If you could do push the limit with him, or somebody in the squadron with push the limit next to him, just constantly getting that stress removed, it's pretty spicy. Opens up some options. Omega Ace here is your last pilot skill 7. He's pretty pricey for a tie at 20 points. It's not too bad, but elite pilot skill, tech skill, all that fun stuff. The new tech skill. When attacking, you may spend a focus token and target lock you have on the defender to change all of your results to crit hits results. So what that means, if you have a focus and a target lock, and you shoot, you can change all of your results. That's including blink results, focus results, hit results, all of them to criticals, which is pretty spicy. If you go to the last couple of shots of the game when nobody's got shields anymore, if you can guarantee all the crits all the time, that's pretty mean. In the Imperial list, there's lots of ways to, well, in general, there's a lot of upgrade cards that let you use focus from other people, or pass out focus, or get helping other people get target locks and all that fun stuff. So that Omega Ace can be super deadly in the late game. So keep an eye out. And again, all of these first order ties have a shield, which is super awesome. This guy also has an elite pilot skill and the tech upgrade. So pretty cool stuff. So that's the new models and the new cards. I want to go through some stuff real fast too. We'll skim through this stuff. There's a new damage deck. It is slightly different than the old damage deck. Basically, when it comes to playtime, just let your opponent know which damage deck you're using. If you have the two, don't mix your damage decks, folks. Don't ever do that. They are supposed to be a set fixed ratio, so keep that in mind. But the damage deck, the new damage deck, is slightly tweaked compared to the old one. If you have the new one, it's recommended that you do that you use it, but not mandatory. So I guess for tournaments they'll kind of figure out what they want to do there. So here's the new upgrade cards. These are all really cool. Most people have seen BB-8, which is pretty cool. It's one of the really cool new droids. I don't know how they did it. It's got to be magnets and some other nonsense, but he's a ball that rolls around. It's really cool. But this guy is pretty awesome. He's an astromech droid, not the new tech upgrade, so that's important. But when you reveal a green maneuver, you may perform a free barrel roll action. Now, again, you don't have to have barrel roll to perform the action. You just get to do it for free. So he's going to be really popular. He's really cool. He's unique. It's only one per list, guys. Remember that. Proton torpedoes, no big deal there. I think we've seen those before. That's pretty standard. Seen that. This is a new astromech droid. Actually, I don't know if he's new, but he's in the box. So R5X3, before you reveal your maneuver, you may discard this card to ignore obstacles until the end of the round. Let me tell you something right now. As a Dash player, I do love playing Dash, and when I stopped using Dash, obstacles suddenly became this really big issue for me, and I screw up a lot of my maneuvers. So having this bad boy available would be really nice. On top of that, though, just remember you have to discard him before you reveal your maneuver, so you don't get to go, oops, my bad, and then discard him. So keep that in mind. Next up, weapons guidance, which is one of the new tech upgrades. I'm sure we're going to see more of these along the way. But this one's pretty cool. When attacking, you may spend a focus token to change one of your blink results to a hit result. So that's kind of cool. That's a guaranteed hit, basically. You spend the focus on a blank. So it doesn't flip all of your other focuses. You just get to spend it. And again, there's lots of ways to use other people's focus. One of the new K-Wing pilots, Siege, comes to mind with his ability to pass out his own focus as to other people. So that's pretty nice. And then this is the new pilot skill, elite pilot skill upgrade here. Wired. When attacking or defending, if you're stressed, you may reroll one or more of your focus results. So kind of makes stress not so bad. It actually helps you out. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at some of these dials and things like that. Some of the tokens, which we'll zoom out here. With standard movement dials or movement tokens, those bars, you've seen that. Most of these are the same. These little satellites are for mission plays, and I'll open up to that mission in a bit. We've seen most of this stuff before. It's all front and back. Again, super cool stuff from FFG. More tokens, because I know everybody needs more tokens. We have a squad mate here, which is part of the missions. this bad boy down here. We've got the new new cutouts for the bases for the different X-wings, and then the different ties. Again, these are front and back, as you can see here, and then the new dials. We've seen pictures of the dials. I think we already have posted more in-depth rundown of all the dials and stuff like that, so take a look. But it looks like the ties, the X-wings are really maneuverable. They have all the way up to speed 4 abilities, and then also have a 4K turn and 3K turn, which is pretty awesome, and 4 straight ahead. So they're pretty maneuverable all the way around. The new ties go all the way up to speed 5, have a 4K turn, and again, a lot of crazy stuff. They have the new maneuvers in there as well. So a couple of the X-wing has the new crazy turn with the 3 where you get to flip around, kind of like the Sanguinar's loop, but for a hard turn instead of a bank, which is pretty cool. And then the ties actually have a 2 Sanguinar's loop, which is pretty cool. So yeah, nice stuff there. And again, more of these. We've seen most of that stuff before. This is all stuff for the missions, or not all missions, but there's the satellite stuff and the tracking laser or tracer markers and stuff like that. It's all part of the missions booklet here. And then you have this new oops, punch that out. This new icon here for the new TIE fighter, or sorry, new X-wing. So real quick, I'll run through the printed materials too. So we start off, we do have the mission guide. It just tells you how to do really quick start and setup for a couple of different missions. Got the ambush, the raid, and then rescue. So these are for, again, kind of quick start rules for just this box specifically. It'll let you play with just what's in the box. Again, you'll need 2 players, obviously First Order and Resistance players, and it's pretty neat. It's just real quick playthrough, and then you've got it uses all the other tokens that come in the box that you may never use besides these missions, but they're pretty cool. It's good intro games, so if you are looking to get into X-Wing and have nowhere to start, buy this box, play these missions, you'll be good to go. Then we've got the Learn the Play rules, which they actually recommend you start with. It goes through all the intro stuff. We've seen most of the stuff before. A lot of this has been updated as well with some of the new FAQ stuff. There's new art, as you can see down there at the bottom of the page. That's the new X-Wing, the T-70. So you've got a lot of stuff just been updated, and then they also talk about how to use this with your other factions and stuff like that. Basically, there's 3 main factions, and then there's 2 sub-factions. Obviously, go here and you can mix and match there. And so that's what the kind of learn to play quick start rules are. And then we have the rules reference. I do want to call this out. This does include all of the well, not all, but most of the FAQ stuff that you need to read about. I know specifically it clarifies some of the large ship interactions, so it's no longer, you don't always need the PDF with you, but you have it now with you. So it's in the rules. So these are the new, probably I would say these are the new official rule books that you should base all your rules, clarifications, and questions off of. So check that out. It's worth picking up for the rule book too. And then they also got the new ship maneuver stuff, which is pretty sweet. It goes over all the different icons there, and then we also get into, if I remember, yeah, upgrade icons. We have a full list here as well, which I'll zoom in for you guys. You see, kind of list off what all of those are. We do have the new tech upgrade, so that's what that one is. Salvaged astromechs are for scum and villainy. Oh, we've seen those before, and those are the regular astromechs. So those 2 icons look very similar. I know it threw me off the first time, so that's why I'm calling that out now. We also have a cargo upgrade, which we haven't seen. Hard point, so that may be for epic play as well. So just want to point some of those things out if you didn't know about them. Epic play again is over 300 points with the big ships. You don't have to have big ships, but it's more epic with big ships. That's why it's called epic. Yeah, it goes through all the stuff. I mean, if you're familiar at all with X-Wing, it's going to look very similar. It's a little bit bigger than the old rule books. Again, they have the FAQ clarifications built in, so that's all good stuff. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the new Star Wars X-Wing miniature game starter box. New stuff for the film Star Wars Force Awakens. Yeah, so spoilers, there's a new X-Wing, there's some new ties. Probably should have said that ahead of time, but I guess you guys probably figured that out. Anyway, AdamHarry from BoLS signing off. Thanks again for watching. Go watch the movie. Go pick up the box. I'm looking forward to it. Huge Star Wars fan, so exciting times to be a Star Wars fan. Signing off. Have a good one.